Hey, Course Wizards, welcome to the Course Wizards podcast. I'm Christopher Maselli, and I'm here with my buddy. Where's my buddy? Amit Aurora, where is he? He's in Florida today. Him and his family are in Walt Disney World, just having a ball, seeing Mickey Mouse and I think maybe Epcot Center and who knows, maybe Star Wars. I'm sure they're having a great time. While Amit's gone, though, we're going to go ahead and still have a party here, and I'm going to do a solo podcast on how to get help when you want to create your course. So, you can teach anything online. Amit and I talk about that all the time. When you're having to create your course, sometimes that's a lot of work, right? You're having to record, you're having to do your research, you're setting everything up. Here's the thing. With that setup part, you can actually get some really good help. Now, Amit and I have talked about virtual assistants before and how much virtual assistants can help you. And one of our favorite places to get virtual assistants is Fiverr. So I wanted to take a deep dive today into actually using Fiverr to hire someone to help you create your course online. Now, this person is not someone who's going to help you record your course, and they're not going to help you make sure your sound's right or that your lighting is right. And we talk in many of our podcasts about how to make those things just really work well. But someone on the other side of the world maybe can help you upload and create all your course pages, including your sales pages, your checkout pages, and it's even a lot of your back-end material like setting up your payment options. They can help you with all those things, and it's actually quite affordable. So let's go to Fiverr and let's take a look at exactly how to do that. Now, if you're listening to this through the audio version of the podcast, that's fine. I'll describe to you what I'm seeing on screen. But if you're watching, you can go on YouTube and you can watch and you can actually see exactly what I'm doing. So the first thing I want to do if I want to get help creating my podcast is I want to go to fiverr.com. That's Fiverr.com. And on the front of Fiverr, of course, it says, what service are you looking for today? Fiverr is a website where you can get just help with just about anything for $5 or more. Okay. And $5, actually, you might be surprised how many things you can get done for $5. Most sellers have a $5 intro version of what they do. So you can get started with about anyone for $5. And I found that most of the quality through most of the people who help you on here is pretty good. So when you come on here, the first thing I recommend looking for is search for whatever it is the platform that you're using. So for instance, if I am using New Zenler, I might want to type in New Zenler. And then it's going to search for people who have what they call gigs that involve New Zenler. And what you'll find is most people work across a variety of platforms. If you want someone who's specifically working with New Zenler, you can find that. Or if you want to find someone who works on another platform, you'll notice there are people here who say, oh, I do Thinkific, Teachable, Podia, LearnWorlds, Kajabi, Kartra, and New Zenler, right? So there's people who are a jack of all trades, and then there are those who just really know news and you can choose whatever you want. Here are some things to look for when you look. First of all, make sure they have a good amount of stars. If they have less than about 4 stars, I'd say keep moving because there are definitely 5-star sellers looking for your business on Fiverr. You also want to make sure they have a lot of people who have worked with them. Make sure they have more than at least a couple. You don't want to necessarily have someone who's never had anyone that they've worked with before, especially if you're going to be sharing any of your passwords and that sort of thing. I recommend using 1Password or LastPass, but you want to have them have some there. And then, of course, you want to look at the price. The starting price is not really that helpful on this page because who knows what they're offering you for that starting price. But I do like to go up here to the search options and I like to narrow this down a bit. For instance, if you want to find someone who only lives in the country you live in, you can do that. But if you do that, I'm going to choose like United States on here and you'll see that my amount of choices go from 102 down to about 5. So not near as many choices if I search only for the United States. So I'm going to go ahead and I don't mind if I have someone from anywhere in the world here, but I do need someone who speaks English because that's what I speak. And I'm going to hit apply on that. And now I have 102 choices. Now this is pretty great because a lot of people can really help you set up a whole lot on New Zenler. It's not just about uploading your videos because you can probably do that yourself, but it's about creating all the other pages. Remember, these platforms all have sales pages and checkout pages and the main landing page for your course. Plus, they have where you upload your course and put them all in with the name of the course. How long would it take you to do that? Ask yourself that because then you can budget what you want to spend on this. Often we don't want to spend that much, and that's okay. You just have to know that you probably won't get as much done if you don't pay for it. But let's check. I'm going to just choose a random person here, for instance, and you can see that this person is saying for $60, they'll set up your opt in page, a thank you page, and design your basic page, but you have to provide the copywriting. That's for $60. If you're willing to spend $100, they'll also do a sales page and one of your course access pages. And then if you pay $350, yay, ouch, that's a lot. They'll do automations and all kinds of fancy stuff. But they have had some very good feedback. 5 stars from 235 people, and they're from Albania. Okay, so that's one option. So what I do is I might star that if that kind of looks good, but otherwise I'm going to go ahead and keep looking and see what other ones are here. This one's interesting. I'll set up your new Zenler online course website and your funnel. So they'll design the homepage and the course website for $10. For $50, they'll also design all the funnel pages with the lead form and automation. That's pretty good. And if I look at the samples, I can see exactly how they're going to do that, and I might want to go ahead and hire them. So the real key here is just to understand what you're really getting, right? And this person has been in digital marketing for a while, and they'll go ahead and for as little as $50 set up your entire funnel, which is actually a pretty good price. So when you consider if you start working on that yourself, it might take you a couple hours to set up your funnel. And so here you can get that for $50. If your time is worth at least $25 an hour, it might be worth doing that. And they can even set up your full online course for that. So anyway, there's a whole lot of choices here. Once you find someone that you like, you can then hit continue and it will ask you for your credit card information and it will ask you to put in your specifics of what you have done. And then you can talk to the person before you're really fully committed to this and make sure that you'll chat with them and make sure they're able to give you exactly what you want. And then, like I said, you can share your login info via 1Password or through a LastPass. And by doing that, your password is kept safe. And then you let them have access and they'll get in there, they'll set everything up, and then you can remove their login ability after you're done. And then, of course, you'll leave them a positive review if you've done so. And it's really that easy. Like, as long as you go through those steps, you'll find that you'll probably have a pretty good experience. Generally, when I use Fiverr, I've had a pretty good experience. Sometimes, if I'm not sure if I'm gonna let the person the way they do it, I might hire 2 or 3 people, especially if there's someone who doesn't cost a lot. You'll notice a lot of the gigs on the page that I'm sharing start at $10, $20. Most of these are under 50, which is pretty encouraging. And so if you find one you like, of course, the fewer reviews they have, generally the lower the price will be. Here's someone who, for instance, will set you up on New Zenler, Kajabi, Thinkific, or Teachable. They'll create one screen for you. That's probably like a checkout screen or maybe the landing page screen. And they show what that looks like, and they'll charge $15 for that. Totally might be worth your time. So be sure to check around, look around. But that's how you use Fiverr. It's really not all that difficult. And if you're like, I can set up my course myself, but what I can't do very well is set up my images for what the course looks like. Come on Fiverr and just type in Canva design. And you'll find people who will go ahead and they'll design anything on Canva for $10 or $5 or less. They'll do social posts even and that sort of thing. Whatever you want done, you can find it on Fiverr. It's a very good resource. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. I just wanted to come in real quick while Amit's out today and say, hey, you can get help creating your course unless they're in Walt Disney World. So until next time, enjoy your course creation and please keep creating. We'll talk to you later. Bye.